I just finished a low intensity workout and I'm about to go get a moisturizer that I've been meaning to get for like 2 weeks because I ran out of the one that I was using, and I have been using this moisturizer for maybe about a year now. When it comes to moisturizers, it is a very sensitive topic because my skin is eczema prone. So I have used countless amounts of lotions, like different body lotions, and I love things that smell nice. I don't like things that don't smell good, but unfortunately my body just hates things that smell good. So I finally found this moisturizer that actually works for my skin, and I've only found it within the last year because at the start of last year I broke out in the biggest rash of my life. It felt like chickenpox, but it wasn't chickenpox. It's probably a really boring story, but to be completely honest, if anyone was to ever have the same problem that I have, I feel for you because I know exactly what that feels like, and it is so painful. I couldn't wear clothes because like the thought of something on all the bumps that I had, made me feel so sick. Ever since then, I've been on the hunt for a really good moisturizer for my skin. This is actually not the cream I went to go get. They didn't have the cream that I wanted, and I was so upset because I've been waiting 2 weeks to get this product and it wasn't there because it was sold out. So the guy gave me this to try. Hopefully it's as good. I haven't tried this one before, but every other moisturizer I've tried doesn't work. He said it has really similar ingredients to the Eco Tan one has. Hopefully this does do a good job. I like really thick moisturizers, and I'm talking about as thick as, like, you know, yogurt, but thicker. I like it to be real thick. Did I say thick? Ooh, yeah. She's looking good so far.
Okay.
When you do, like, think a moisturizer is really thick and you put it on and it goes white, that's something that I really don't like because it takes so long to moisturize it into your body. I'm going to show you what it kind of looks like. Sorry, Courtney, we are in your room because I couldn't be bothered going upstairs. So, love you. But it's like, it's kind of here. It's actually very mild to what I had. And I did have it here this morning. Yeah, you can kind of see it there, but it's definitely not as bad as what it was last year. Like, that was seriously something else. Like, I've never experienced a rash like that in my whole life. It doesn't feel like I'm really moisturized, do you know what I mean? My skin still feels stiff. That sucks. It's that time of the day, people. It's time to be productive. It's getting towards the end of lockdown. We've got about a month and a bit to go until we kind of maybe go back to normal. And I want to be able to give you some tips on how to start applying for some jobs if you don't already have one. This is the perfect time to be working on your resume or to be working on some cover letters or things to start applying for jobs. I want to be able to give you some tips on how to get the best chance in getting a job because I know what it feels like and it is so nerve-wracking, especially when you're like, I don't even know how to make anything. Lucky for you, I'm here to help you with that, and I'm gonna give you some tips. As a graphic designer, I love this kind of stuff because I think it's so important and I can't stress it enough. But tip number 1 is to make sure that your resume stands out. And when I say stand out, you want it to really reflect who you are and your personality. People who are viewing your applications, they're literally just going to be skim reading, they're going to be flicking through it. They want to easily read it and be like, okay, cool, this is who this person is. Whether that may be, if you're a really bright person, make your resume really bright. And I'm talking visuals. You want your visuals to really reflect who you are. So this can be through like icons, that you put behind your dates, or a big like header with a color behind your name. That's one way to really make sure that you stand out in front of the people who you're applying for, or the jobs that you're applying for. Number 2, make sure that you have a photo of yourself. Now, I know you may not like taking photos of yourself, or maybe you really do, but it's really, really important because the person who is looking over your resume, they want to have a visual of who you are. A really, really small visual, it doesn't matter. One that is like literally, you can be standing in front of a white wall and it's that simple. Like, make sure that it's a clear photo of you. Number 3, make sure that you're writing things that suit the job that you're applying for. When you're writing your skills and your attributes and even your little bio on your resume, you want to make sure that you have skills and attributes that coincide with the job that you're applying for. Because if you don't really have skills that aren't really necessary for the job you're applying for, the people who are looking at your resume will kind of just put it to the side. Number 4, do your research. I can't stress this enough because this is like the most important part of the resume. You want to make sure that you're putting skills that are relating to the job that you're applying for. These people who are looking for those applicants want to make sure that they've got those perfect applicants, that you've got all the core values and all the attributes, all the skills that they have in their job description. I'm not just talking about listing all those skills and attributes that they want. I'm talking about making sure that all of your skills are within what you're talking about and that they coincide with the skills that these people want. You want to make sure you have meaning. Number 5 is to make sure you have a cover letter. This can be in a few different kind of ways. I've done a portfolio one time, I've done a video resume, and one time I've also just done a normal cover letter. Any of those things can really help you stand out even more because you've got something else to add. A cover letter also just makes your resume more professional and also helps you really explain why you're applying for the job. So on your resume, you have all your skills, your attributes, and all your history and what you've previously done or where you've previously worked. But in the cover letter, you have the reasoning. I've actually got an extra tip for you because I just thought of it just then. Make sure that your cover letter looks the same as your resume. If you've got a black header, make sure you've got a black header on your cover letter. They're just some tips that I have for you guys today, and I think it's really, really important when you're applying for a job to really showcase who you are, because that's going to set you aside from other people who are applying for the job. Not only that, you're going to stand out because they've got a nice resume in front of them. They're gonna be like, oh, I actually wanna read this. It makes people actually wanna read through your resume if it looks good and it's easy to read. I'm telling you, it will make a massive difference. If you guys want any more videos on how to actually write these things or how to visually do those things, please let me know because I would love to help you guys out. I'd love to be able to do a video on that. Please chuck me a thumbs up and also subscribe to my channel because I upload videos every single week, and I will see you in my next video.